today we're going to talk about filters. Filters are, again, in my opinion, the second most useful one. So filters, as the name say, allow you to have an array and filter through the data that you don't want / that you want. I mean, glass is always full and half empty, right? So let me create a very simple array that just has numbers again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And how filter works is that I can say only return me if the number is equal to 2. So again, this goes through every item in the array, and for each of them, it returns either true or false. If it's true, that item will be returned. If it's false, it won't. So let me console.log here. I can say array.filter, and when I filter, I get a number, right? Nope, not like that, like that. And here I can return true or false. So if I just return false, you can see that I get an empty array, right? And if I just return true, like the example here, I will get everything. What if I say return number equals to 2? Then I just return 1 that's equal to 2. So number is different, sorry, backwards, is different than 1. I return all of them except 1. So this is how filter works. It either returns true or false, and depending on that, for each item, you will either return it or ignore it, right? Okay, so what do we want to do here? We want to only show clubs that have more goals scored than goals suffered. Okay, so we have the goals scored here and the goals suffered. I think this is backwards. There is no way that Byron scored 11 goals and suffered 40. I just, yeah, this is backwards. So let me just fix that real fast here in the app.js. I don't think I would ever figure that one out if it wasn't Bayern. There we go. So goals suffered 11, goals scored 40. Right, and what we want to do is that we want to do 40 minus 11 and see how much that actually turns to be. And if it's bigger than 0, then we return true. Okay, cool. We can do that, right? So we have this data. So let me come to the data.json, save it again, and we have goals scored and goals against. Let me copy these two things. And what I want to do is const, and I want to say const goal difference, right, is equal to club that goals scored minus club that goals against. And now I can just return true on this, so like it will return everything, but it makes sense for us to test it. So there we go. And now I can say console.log goal difference. Okay, there we go. See, minus 29 different. Jesus Christ. Okay, if you're not following, like Bayern is very dominant, very incredibly dominant. Okay, so you can see we have the goal difference here. And so we can say that we want to return if goal difference is bigger than 0, right? So let me just copy this, return goal difference is bigger than 0. We don't want 0, okay? So, and there you go. So these are the actual ones that have a goal difference that is bigger than 0. It also says like add the goal difference. Okay, so we can add it, and for that we can use the map we used to use, right? So for each club, I want to return the club, right? And let me just save, so auto formats, and we want to return the goal difference, which in the end is the same thing that we have here, right? And we just do that, and now you can see that we have the goal difference for each one. So quick thing is that, like for example, this could be a function, right? So let's create into a function. So let's say const get goal difference, and this receives a club and returns it returns this, right? So in here I can say get goal difference and pass it the club, and then delete all of this, and that is way cleaner. And we get the same thing here, and we can say club, that is also cleaner. So in this case we can actually delete all of this, right? Because we just need to return this, that's it. So we run a function, we check if the goal difference in this particular club is bigger than 0. If it is, return true. If it isn't, return false. And then with what is left of that of that array, we map through it, and to each of them we add the goal difference. So if I remove this filter, we can just see that we will have the goal difference for each club in the Bundesliga. Oh, whoops. This is 0, and it assumes 0 is false. So one thing that we can do is that we can do this, for example. And I mean, there are obviously way better ways to do this, but this fixes it because it is like, this is a string. Yeah, so a bunch of them have 0. So then, yeah, Hoffenheim like really here at the bottom with like with 2 for some reason. But there you go, right? Yeah, that's it. That's the magic of filters. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.